With the amount of strong perks in Dead by Daylight, sometimes behavior struggles to tap into that meta and add something new that sees a lot of usage. When the Xenomorph was released in patch 7.2.0, it introduced 3 perks. Alien Instinct, which sees niche uses with certain killers, Rapid Brutality, which is one of my personal favorite perks in the game, and the subject of today's video, Ultimate Weapon. Now, on release, Ultimate Weapon was one of the strongest tracking tools that we had ever seen. A killer would simply need to search a locker, and then all survivors within 32 meters of the killer will scream out and reveal their location, with a measly 30-second cooldown. It's worth noting that what made this perk so strong was the fact that the scream effect would linger and follow the killer for a long amount of time. This was nerfed heavily in patch 7.7.0 to having a massive 60-second cooldown, while also no longer following the killer. The scream effect would be attached to the locker's location instead of the killer themselves. This effectively shut Ultimate Weapon out of the killer meta. However, recently in patch 9.2.0, we saw the radius of the perk moved from 32 meters to now being 40 meters, with a lower cooldown of 45 seconds. This flew under the radar for a lot of people, but I actually believe this is one of the absolute best and healthiest buffs a perk has seen in a long time. In today's video, I'm going to showcase this perk using a killer at the top of the tier list and a killer towards the bottom, to show just how much value it can be for both these characters as well as everything in between. With all that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Ultimate Weapon showcase. Alright, our first match is on the... Oh wow, this is loud. Alright. So, our first match with this build is on the Nostromo Wreckage. And as you see, we have a bit of a, info build, I guess you can call it. With this, we're just trying to find people as fast as we can. Now, the combo of barbecue and chili and Ultimate Weapon is basically done so that no matter where people are, we can find them. Because barbecue chili, if a survivor is outside of 40 meters, you'll see their aura. However, if they're within 40 meters, I'll be able to see them with Ultimate Weapon. I lost this girl. Oh, I hear her. Okay, she's right over here. I lost where she was. That was well done. There she is. She's trying to get me with an evil snowball. I think I could have swung into that and got her, though. Honestly. If I was paying a bit more attention, I think I could have. Nice. Okay, not too bad for our first down. Nobody around here. Good. That did take a little bit of time, but I think we're fine. I expect that gen in the corner there to be the one they're working on. Yeah. Although they are on main, and that's much closer. And I somehow didn't bump on any of that. I don't know how I managed that one. Probably because I'm the best blight in the world. I don't know why she gave me that hit. She could have dropped it. Maybe she panicked. So that gen over there is being worked on too right now. I imagine... Okay. I imagine it'll be done soon. Oh, I just got stuck on nothing. But it worked out for me. He didn't drop it because I got stuck, I guess. All part of my plan. Alright, so let's hook him right here. I don't need to use Ultimate Weapon yet, but I will use it here in a second. She kept going this way. There's someone right there. They're healing. I'm gonna try and interrupt that. This killer can do so much. Little mind game to try and cause her to hesitate. Didn't work out for us, that's fine. This is the girl we've already hooked, which is great for us, actually. So close. She was really smart to keep running there. Unfortunately, I just didn't have enough distance. She hesitated for a second, but it's not enough to get the hit. Let's see if this works. It does work. A lot of the times when you stop and just wait, people will panic. It works out more than you think it would. Of course, the downside to that is if it doesn't work out, then you just lose time and they get a little bit more generator time done. Right, let's go and use Ultimate Weapon. Now, the thing with Ultimate Weapon, you can't just use it in the middle of nowhere. You need to go to the middle of the map and use it. Because that, well, I don't need to use it. Because that 40-meter range will cover pretty much the entire map at that point. Well, not the entire map, but most of the main parts of the map that matter. That was a bit greedy of me. I should have known not to go for that. Rick is dead here. You have dead hard? No. Okay. We do have one girl on dead hook already, which is good for us, and we know she's over there somewhere. We can use barbecue to try and get to her. I haven't used ultimate weapon at all, so I'm kind of not doing the point of the video, but at the same time, I haven't had any real reason to use it. I just keep finding people. Oh, okay. I don't think I can catch her with my power here. I think she'll make it around the corner in time. Nice, good work. She tried to crouch it, which, I mean, at that point, there's nothing really else to do. And to be fair, Nostromo does have really bad collision, so I wouldn't be shocked if she crouch decked me there. Alright, let's go ahead and use my perk. So what you do is you search a locker. And there you go. I know where everybody, well, not everybody, but I know where the injured girl is, and I can't get through here because I'm bad at blight. I know where the injured girl is. She's somewhere over here, and she's dead hook. And I have all that info just because I searched the locker with ultimate weapon. Oh, she's not injured. Never mind, this is... No, this is the right girl. I guess they healed her. Oh, good dead hard. I thought she was dead. She's going back this way. She goes to the window. I got stuck on the snow pile. I gotta remember that I can't bounce off the snow piles with blight. That's really kind of hurting me. Not keeping that in mind. Oh, this is a different girl. You know what? We'll hook her, and then we'll use ultimate weapon again to try and find the dead hook girl. I know she's somewhere in this area, so we can search this one. And hopefully that'll tell me what I need to know. Yep. I was trying to bounce on that, so she would think I was gonna go past it and she'd panic vault into me, but unfortunately it didn't work out. She was smart. Ah, if I reacted better, I think I would hit that. Okay. Okay, this girl's gone. So as you can see, just from ultimate weapon, we were able to find where she was not once, but twice. Pretty much just because of how big the range is now after the buff. And this isn't even like someone who's an exceptionally good blight player. I'm absolutely average at best on blight. Now you could argue that, oh, this guy's also dead, that if I was playing any other killer, this wouldn't be working out as well. And you'd probably be right. So because of that, we will do another match after this one with a weaker killer. Giving me a free hit, I guess. They're probably just giving up, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, he's dead. Now, she could have had dead hard there, honestly. But it appears she didn't. I'm not worried about it. We can use ultimate weapon to find her in a minute. I'll hook you over here, and then I'll go towards the center and use my perk, and that should tell me where you are. I do think this was a nice little showcase, just the amount of information it gives, because if you have enough time in this game, you can recognize who the survivor is. Oh, here, I don't need it. You can recognize who the survivor is just off the streams. So, yeah. Nice little game, not too bad. Nostromo's a pretty rough one, though, for this, to be honest. Because it's a large map, but the good news is, despite it being a large map, I'm trying to get to the one spot I'm thinking about right now. Despite it being a large map, this room here is really good for ultimate weapon. Because these two lockers are situated almost directly in the center of the map for you. So, not too bad, I guess, but the collision is especially not great. Alright, GG. Alrighty, we got the Rancid Abattoir. Right, so last match we used this on Blight, a character who can get around the map extremely fast, so you might be thinking that that is what kind of carried us. despite the fact that it's Blight, you know, arguably the best killer in the game. So I decided to use this perk on a much, much weaker killer. Now, since I can't really get around the map and I don't know where people are immediately, we're gonna do that, and we see everybody. Literally everyone. Good first hit on the Kate. Now, if you haven't seen this patch, the day this video releases, the Skull Merchant was given a change to how her undetectable works. Now, I'm not the biggest Skull Merchant player as is, but I believe it's actually probably more of a nerf than it is a buff, strangely. So I'm interested to see if I feel like I'm struggling a bit more than I was. I said at one point I was going to make a video covering this, but I decided not to. Let me grab some snowballs. I do think the Skull Merchant's changes that she received recently, her buffs from November, were actually pretty good. And I don't know how much of a rework she really needs now. I'm not saying Skull Merchant's a strong killer, but I think she's fairly good. That girl wasn't paying enough attention. Let's see if we can cut her off, actually. I'm curious if this will work. Yeah, no, not really. Nice, she panicked. It's really easy to cause people to panic like that. I'm gonna be covering this event a bit more in a video in the next coming days, but I actually really like Bone Chill this year. I think it's one of the best events that Behavior's made. Let's go ahead and hit a locker really fast. Remember, go more towards the middle of the map to use this perk. Don't use it in a corner, because it's less likely for you to get any information. I know there's some lockers in here I can hit. Well, I don't need to now. I know somebody's here. Now, I will say this about Ultimate Weapon. It's one of those perks that you can't force value from. You kind of just have to, or I'm sorry, it's one of those perks that I don't think you should use constantly. If you know where a survivor is, don't burn Ultimate Weapon. That is a very strong tracking tool that you just wasted. You already know where one of your chases are, so just go take it. But in one of those situations where you don't know where anyone is, or you're looking for the last survivor, or one of the two last survivors, you might as well use it. Good job. Sable's solid. Oh, she really cranked that one up. I want to chase her this way so she doesn't get the fast vault. She made a mistake. And now she's dead. I waited to swing that. It almost costed me the down. That was a mistake on my part, but thankfully I was still able to get it. Alright. I actually think the way I'm playing Skull Merchant right now with 3 chase perks is probably the best way to play her. Right, so let's use Ultimate Weapon. We see 2 people. I'm gonna kick this pallet. Another thing with Ultimate Weapon that I think is a bit underrated is that there is a blindness timer that gets applied to survivors after you use it. So anyone who screams when you use Ultimate Weapon is given blindness. So you can really use that to your advantage, especially against solo teams. And even Survive with Friends will struggle a bit if they don't know exactly where things are. Especially with the prevalence of something like Windows of Opportunity, this perk really does hurt that survivor meta quite a bit. I wasn't paying attention enough when I loaded in. I don't know if this is a Survive with Friends or a solo team. So I don't know how effective that aura blindness is. But I guess we'll find out. They did the middle gen just now, which is fine. This guy's dead. He has nowhere to go. I think he was trying to go to that window. It used to be open back before Colwyn got his rework. But it hasn't been open in literal years. I don't know what else he could have been going to there. Maybe he just forgot how the map's set up, which is fair. Okay, go back to the middle building, the main building here. And we use Ultimate Weapon. I don't need to, I know where somebody is. I don't want to burn the perk just to, you know, we'll go and use it just so we know exactly where she is. Okay, she screams, she's up here. Yeah. This is my obsession, unfortunately. She gets like no distance now unless she has balanced landing. Because she fell there. Okay, she makes it to the main building there. She didn't vault, good work. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon, I guess, my bad. This is something that I think Skull Merchant's really good at. It's kind of similar to Freddy, just not as strong. I think she's very good. I'm gonna drop. I think she's very good at causing survivors to be confused because her stealth is so strange, right? It doesn't seem like it works in the way you'd expect it to work. We're gonna plop a drone right here, go this direction, and I got a ghost drone. Okay, that's a bug with Skull Merchant right now, where you'll go to place a drone and the game will decide it's not gonna let you place a drone. It's kind of a bad idea to slug a Michonne, if I'm being honest. There's a very solid chance that she has Conviction, which is one of the strongest survivor perks in the game, even after the nerfs. If I was really smart, I'd go back to the hook right now, but I think I'm in a fine spot. Okay, she's gonna give me the pallet. She has to. Nice. I could have froze the pallet with the event mode, but I'm trying not to use the event in chase, just so I can kind of showcase the perk. Okay, she's going to the main building. She crouched it. She's injured. I don't think she needed to do that. Oh, everybody's here. Let's disrupt this a little bit. I don't have any dead hook gamers, but I do have a bit of pressure I can get here. You're not gonna try it, right? Okay. I was curious if she'd try for a CJ Tech. I think she goes down here. Oh no, she's got a pallet. Let's get this pallet from this girl. I do have somebody on the tracker here. I'm just gonna grab. Oh, power struggle. That's so cool. Okay, this guy has flip-flop power struggle. That's awesome. It's nice to see perks like that you never see. That actually might lose me the game, you know. That's so cool, though. Somebody's over there. He does have the pallet, but he doesn't really have anything else to work with. He's just kind of dead here. Okay, we blew up that generator. Let's grab him before he can get to the pallet. Because if I let him get to the pallet again, then he's just fine. Oh, they're breaking the hook. That's annoying. I think I still make it to this one, you know. Maybe. He did have flip-flop, which will give him... No, I don't make this. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sabo. Okay. That's fine. I probably do lose now. That was just too much pressure lost. That was a really good play. As much as I dislike Sabo for, like, the health of the game, I'd be lying to say that wasn't a good play from this team. I can get into that some other time, the Sabo discussion. I do think it's one of the unhealthiest things in the game, but, you know, it's in the game, so I can't blame them for using it. Right, so I think Skull Merchant works like this. Oh, okay, the drone went away. Never mind. I think she works like this now. I take my drone back, and that gives me undetectable? I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? It's different than how she has been. So does that mean I can just stack my undetectable like this? It's almost... That ghost drone bug is so annoying. Basically what happens with that bug is you go through the whole animation and the whole cooldown of putting a drone down, but you don't put a drone down. It's very strange. I don't know how it works like that, but that is how it works. Is that gonna scan her? It did scan her. That's one stack on this girl. She going for the window? She did just commit, okay. She's got life, that explains a lot. I actually think I need to just leave her. I need to go for somebody who's dead. And I don't know where David is. Oh, I know I can find him. Okay, Sable there. Somebody there, somebody there. Scratch marks over here. Let's get some undetectable. There's David. I want to reset my undetectable. You can reset it. He kept going. He saw me. That's unlucky. I don't know if I can win this one. That David spared them, or bought them so much time. There he is. I have got to go for this guy. I need him gone. I need somebody dead. Okay. This should be good. That is so good. Right, so let's get him out of here. The girl with the sabotage toolbox is injured right now. I seriously doubt she's gonna go for it. We have 2 people tagged right now. They just finished the gen back there, which I knew was gonna finish. I think we're okay. They're both over there. This generator is regressing. Let's call this one back. That gives me stealth. They're both over here. Oh, I know where everybody is then. They're all over in this direction. Somebody's over here. Hi. I'm going for you. You're not the obsession. She didn't vault. Good job. Oh, she's dead now, though. Michonne has a flashlight. Hopefully we can leverage that really fast. I'm gonna do this. See what we can find out. She's nowhere around. Okay, I'm safe to pick up. Normally you would, you know, wait around to see if you can bait it out, but I know she's not here, so. Okay, get her on a hook. Where are my gens? One there, one there. Can I hear this gen? It does have a little bit of progress. Actually, quite a bit of progress. Hello, Kate. Kate has life, keep that in mind. Okay, we got our health state. She's going into shack. Yep. Okay, she burned her life. I don't know if we can catch her before she makes the window. Nice, we tricked her. This girl's dead. We know she doesn't have dead hard because she has life. Hit that generator again. Grab snowballs because I'm greedy and I want more points. And let's get her on the hook. Right, so we now have 2 dead hook. The only gem with progress is this one over here, which I do need to go kick. And then after that, we can kind of just be careful. And I think we'll be okay. Someone over there. That is Michonne, it looked like. Who is, granted, probably the worst person for me to chase. But it's fine. This is a hit. She's going towards the generator, which is really good for me. Oh. Do you make that? Nice, she's actually doing pretty good. Oh, there's Sable. Okay, well, I just win. She's dead. Get her on a hook, and then we get ultimate weapon to find Michonne. So what went wrong for this team? I really feel like they had me kind of on the ropes for a bit, but it just seemed to fall apart. Let's go search one of these lockers. See if we can get more info with ultimate weapon. This seems like a good one. Nowhere near me. Huh. I really thought these guys had me on the ropes. I guess they just kind of fell apart. Maybe when David went down, they couldn't really keep up at that point. I don't know. Or maybe they just were so focused on that one generator back there that they didn't really do any other generators. I think what really was what put the nail in the coffin was when I caught Michonne and Sable over there healing together. That was really bad for them. All right, let's see if we can find this hatch. Here in a couple seconds, we'll have ultimate weapon back. Oh, there it is. Right, so what could we change about ultimate weapon to make it more of a useful perk? Well, I do think it's quite strong. I think lowering the cooldown is probably ideal. When the perk came out, and I might be wrong, if I am, I'll correct it on screen. When the perk came out, it had a 30-second timer, cooldown rather, so you could use it every 30 seconds and it followed you around. After its nerfs, it was given a 60-second timer with the normal radius, and it attached to that one locker. I think something that could really help this perk is reverting it to a 30-second cooldown. To give it more uptime in the game, especially since it doesn't follow the killer around anymore. I think being careful with the perk would be great, so maybe we don't do that. I'm not sure. It really just depends on how the uses, the use cases are. And they seem to be really happy with each other. I do think that ultimate weapon right now is one of the most underrated tracking perks in the game. The issue with it is it's just kind of outperformed by something like barbecue and chili. As we saw in the first game with Blight, I was able to get across the entire map with that character. And that's another issue with the perk. It really, really works well with killers who have high mobility, such as a Blight or a Hillbilly or a Kaneki, and killers like the Skull Merchant, the Trapper, who need this information the most, can't really use it well because they can't get to the survivors fast enough. It's an unfortunate thing for those killers, like Trapper, for example, who I was just talking about. He struggles a bit more with the perk because the 40-meter radius gives survivors more of a warning that he's going to be coming their way so they can pre-run him. However, I do think overall the perk is pretty good now. It's a lot better than it was before its buffs, but at the end of the day, perks like Barbecue and Chili probably will always outperform it. Anyways, that's going to be all for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.